my daddy hates robots.
Hello everyone, this is Cybertronianbeast, and let's talk Transformers. Today we're taking a look at Transformers Animated Voyager class Megatron. Now this is Cybertron Mode Megatron. There was a alternate, or the regular version of Megatron, which was his earthbound mode, his jet, or actually it was more of a helicopter mode. But this is his Cybertron mode, which is kind of like a spaceship, plane, something or other. And yeah, it's a pretty good figure. I picked this up at my local comic book shop. It was $15, and I don't have a Megatron, or didn't have a Megatron, so I figured, what the hell? And once I could confirm that it was complete, I jumped at it. Now, obviously, it's got some wear and all that other kind of stuff, but other than that, it's pretty good. The cannon on him, the arm cannon, is absolutely humongous. Now, what I did want to do is, after looking at some of the other reviews that have been done on this particular figure, seems like everybody has started off their review with this guy in alt mode, which is the way he came in the box. And when I bought him at the store, he was in robot mode. And without having any instructions for him, I had to figure out how to go from robot mode into alt mode. And with it being a Cybertron jet of some kind, there really isn't a set design for this thing. Nothing I can go off memory for. So I had to really kind of fiddle fart around and really figure it out on my own. So what I thought I'd do is be a little different than everyone else here and go from robot mode, which is typically the way it's going to be displayed on a shelf, and go into alt mode. So that's should help anyone else if they are in the same boat that I was in and find it in a store and they're like, how the hell do you transform this thing? So hopefully that helps people out. First things first, I want to talk about the arm cannon, which is humongous, and it does detach. I was really happy to find out that it comes off. So look at the size of this thing. That's insane. It does have a firing missile. Just a little button on the top here. And it's fires quite well. And it's not like it protrudes way out there. It's just a nice little touch down at the bottom here. Now you do have these blades on the bottom here, so I guess you could use this as a melee weapon as well. But they do have their own little transformation as well. You just swing this one blade to the side, and that's how it would, I guess, look in alt mode. So even the weapon has its own transformation. So that's kind of cool. And this little back part of it bends, and it's even kind of squishy. And I don't know why. Haven't been able to figure that out. So you can push down on this here. And yeah, I have no idea why that does that. It does kind of move up and down as well, just like that. All I can remember is that the Voyager class Optimus Prime, his weapon was a water gun. Then you could actually put water in. So maybe this has some kind of gimmick to it that I really don't know, because I really don't have the instructions. But other than that, it's a pretty cool weapon. Humongous, but still pretty cool. So yeah, for right now, we're going to put that off to the side because it's humongous and it does get in the way of transformation. So we'll take a look at the main figure. He does have this clamp on his arm that does hold the fusion cannon. And it without the cannon there, it does look kind of odd. But whatever. We'll come right in here on the face sculpt. And the face sculpt on Megatron is pretty good. It's definitely animated, which is fantastic, obviously. And you can definitely see a lot of the movie aesthetics in there as well. Looking at his legs are enormous. You just look at the size of these things. They are very big. Very high knee on them. The knee is way up here, so you can definitely get you know, a knee bend out of them. But there's, you know, it's like, I don't know, 80% of the leg is below the knee. So he does get a knee joint. He does have a universal hip. Nice ratchet joint in there. Not the greatest hip movement, but he does have a hip swivel, so you can get a little bit of posability out of that. His arms will swing both around 360. He does have a bicep swivel. Everything seems to be on a ratchet here. It's crazy. He does have a double elbow joint, which again is ratcheted, and his hands do swivel independently, which is great. And lastly, his head will go 180 degrees. It does stop because his very large chin hits his shoulders. So you can get him to turn his head, but not completely around. And he does have a very small little hip skirt going on here. So for transformation, it's a good little transformation here. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the head back like that, and we're going to disengage the torso from the hips. Or wait, no, sorry, the chest from the torso. There we go, just like that. And we're just going to bend it up like that. And now we've got to bring the arms around like so. The chest actually does open up slightly, as you can see, like a little bit of a mouth kind of thing going on. And you're going to bring the arms around in there like that. And we're just going to swing them up like this. And this is kind of where we're going to leave them for now, just to kind of get them out of the way. Now back around on this side, we've got to move the legs around. So we're going to twist the legs and transform them like so. There is a peg right here on the leg. You see that peg? Right there. That peg goes right into there on the body. So we just got to swing that all the way around like this. Now the hip skirt does kind of fit right into the hole on the leg. So there's that. Perfect. We can leave the feet kind of where they are right now, and we'll do the other leg. Flip the hip skirt, peg that in. Perfect. And just kind of snug everything together here. This little flap, which was on Megatron's butt, just kind of sits down here. We'll deal with these knees in a second. The feet, they kind of just go in on each other here like that. And we do have a couple other things to do in a second. We're going to deal with the arms right now. And the arms, if you can see here, on right here is landing gear. So obviously we need the landing gear on the bottom. So we're going to just kind of place it like so. So we've got these little red triangles or red diamonds facing out. Perfect. Spin, turn it over like that. That way the arms can go back together like that. Perfect. And we've got the landing gear facing down. There is another piece of landing gear right in here in the crotch area here, right there. Perfect. And we've got the feet facing back. We can pull these shins out now, like so. And as you pull them out, the farthest they'll go, they actually reposition the feet the way that they're supposed to go. There's that. And we'll do the feet, or the knees now. You just pull those out. And you can actually see that they are going to connect to themselves. Right like that. Perfect. And you just kind of make sure that they're pointing forward. Perfect. Lastly, we got to put his gun back on, because it's definitely missing now. So we'll take the gun, we'll peg it back in, and now we'll get rid of the that, and we will slide all this back down like so. Now there is 2 pegs on the bottom of the gun. It might be hard to see, but there's 1 and 2, and they peg into this little skirt right here, right there, just like that. Perfect. And that came unpegged. Just make sure it stays pegged, and you should be golden. Alright, and look at this thing, eh? This thing just looks fantastic in this mode. It's a Cybertronian jet, I guess. Cybertronian tank-esque jet. But I just love this mode. Obviously the missile still fires, but it looks fantastic in this mode. Now obviously the Earthbound mode for Megatron is the dual-bladed helicopter, and that looks fantastic too. I really would like to get one of those, but I'll settle for this. This thing looks fantastic. Looks great from all angles, and even from the bottom. If you take a look, everything's kind of hidden very well. Right, like here are the arms. Obviously these are the legs. You don't see Megatron's head. Megatron's head's buried like back underneath here. Looks really good. Really good. I like this. I like the mode. I like the mode very much. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the YouTube thread. Let me know how you liked the first video I did in HD. Had some issues and was forced to upgrade. So I always wanted to, but let me know how I did. Obviously, I think I might have stumbled through a bit here, trying to work a new camera and concentrate on a figure and, you know, a whole bunch of other things, but I think I did okay. Let me know. If you want to follow me on Twitter and chat with me about Transformers on Twitter, do so. You can follow me at Cybertronbeast. You can also look me up on Facebook as well. I got a Facebook page going with all kinds of pictures and stuff. Just search Cybertronianbeast on Facebook, and that's where I'll be. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Cybertronianbeast, and I'll talk to you later.